The Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's most popular console since the Wii. Everyone wants one, everyone wants to get one, and the chances are if you're watching this video, you probably have one. And if you're residing in India like some of us, you're probably wondering how to get games. And that's because Nintendo doesn't have an official presence in India. Now that's not stopped the likes of Amazon or the likes of Flipkart or your local game store from importing the Switch and bringing it into the country for you to pick up. Or that's not even stopped you from picking it up on a trip abroad or asking a friend to bring it down for you. And that's the easy part with the hardware. It's a one-time purchase, you don't have to worry too much about it. And Nintendo's hardware has been quite reliable in the past. So there's no issues there. But then the big problem is, once you've got your console and you're done with Breath of the Wild like the rest of us, you're always wondering what to play next and where to get it and how to get it easily. And that's what we're here to show you today. How to buy games for the Nintendo Switch if you reside in a country like India where Nintendo, doesn't believe we exist or play games. Here's what you need to know. Now before we go ahead and let you know what you need to do to get your games in India, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know first when videos go live on Gadgets360. So firstly, if like us, you want your games on cartridge, you want a physical copy of your games, your best bet is to check your local game store. Now the reason why we say this is because the chances are you want first party games made by Nintendo, stuff like Super Mario Odyssey, stuff like Bayonetta 2, and perhaps even other games like Mario Kart 8. And fact of the matter is, since Nintendo doesn't believe India is a market or a market where they should bother with, you're never going to find them at official big chain stores like Landmark or Chroma. And sometimes it's even tough to find it on Amazon. So your best bet is to go to your local store and pick it up. What we've noticed in places like Mumbai and Delhi is that you can pick up games for the Switch from 3,900 rupees onwards. And these are games like Super Mario Odyssey, ARMS, Splatoon 2. They're the first party games or the games which are made by Nintendo. And they're the ones that are slightly more expensive. But if you're looking for games made by third-party publishers, games like Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is developed and made by Ubisoft, not Nintendo, or if you're looking for something like WWE 2K18 or LA Noire, you can pick those up locally at almost any store. This is because while Nintendo thinks India doesn't exist, a lot of its partners do business in India and have the games available at a lot of places, and they're easier to find. These games are a little cheaper, they cost 3,499 rupees onwards and are easily available compared to first-party Nintendo exclusives. And that's what you need to know if you want to buy your games on cartridge. Your best bet is looking offline, your best bet is checking in with your local store. Now suppose you aren't interested in having your games on cartridge and don't mind spending for a massive memory card, or you're just fine at downloading games when you need them. There's one other option, buying games digitally. But there's one thing to keep in mind. Nintendo's digital purchasing system isn't the same like what you're used to on iOS, Android, PSN, Xbox Live, or even Steam. For one, you'll need a Nintendo account. It's Nintendo's unified system that replaced the network ID for the Wii U and the 3DS. It lets you buy games from the Switch eShop and your purchases are tied to that account. As the Switch allows for multiple Nintendo accounts, you can create for up to 8 of them on a single Switch, and any account can play games bought on any other. So if you decide to take advantage of discounts on the US store, you can play them on another region account that you have on your console. Where the Switch differs from others is the usage on other consoles. In the event you want to play on another Switch, you'll have to deactivate your existing console and activate the new one. You won't be able to play your digital games on the old one, and you're allowed only one Switch linked to your Nintendo account at a given time. To deactivate your Switch, you need to go into the account information section for your Nintendo account in the Nintendo eShop on your Nintendo Switch. You can only deactivate a Switch from the settings page on the console itself. So if you don't have access to your console in a situation where you sold it or it's not working, you'll have to contact Nintendo for help. Unlike the PS4 or Xbox One that lets you deactivate your account via web browser, or Steam that lets you continue on any PC, cloud saves aren't available on the Nintendo Switch either, though they might be added when Nintendo's online service launches later in the year. With that massive disclaimer out of the way, here's how you can buy games digitally on a Nintendo Switch. First, you need to create a Nintendo account. You need to go to the eShop from the home screen of your Nintendo Switch. You need to select your user profile, choose Create Account when asked to sign into your Nintendo account. Select Send Account Creation Instructions via email. Enter your email address. Then using a computer, tablet or smartphone, open the email from Nintendo. Click the link in the email to create a Nintendo account. Choose Add an account for myself. Enter the relevant account information. We'd suggest creating a US account due to the host of deals available on the US eShop. A fictitious address should work just fine. Google is your friend. Hit submit when you're finished. Now the next step is to buy eShop codes from Amazon.com. So what you need to do is you need to log into Amazon.com and create an account if you don't have one. You'll need to provide a US shipping address. Unlike the Nintendo Switch eShop, you can't get away with a fictitious one. You can provide a random address based on US landmarks, information for which can be found via a search away, or if you use a global shipping service like Borderlinks or Shop and Ship, you can use the US address provided to you as a legitimate shipping address. Head over to the Nintendo section of Amazon's digital games and pick out what you want. You can also purchase eShop credit of various denominations ranging from $10 to $70. Indian credit and debit cards work fine for the purchase as long as you have a saved US address. You should receive your codes almost immediately. These are just a string of numbers you get via email or on your Amazon account. Claim the code on your Nintendo Switch in the eShop section. It's important to note that DLCs and season passes are not region locked. They'll work with your games from the same region and even with games bought in other regions. This means if you have a game cartridge bought in India and the DLC you bought for the game could be from any other store, like Japan, UK or US, it'll work fine. There are some exceptions to the rule, such as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but outside of this, DLC on a Nintendo Switch is a region-free affair. You're probably wondering why you can't use your debit or credit card on the Nintendo eShop. Well, the fact of the matter is your mileage may vary. In my case, my HDFC and ICICI debit and credit cards did not work on the Nintendo US eShop and didn't work on the UK eShop as well. However, some of our colleagues had better luck. They were able to use their credit card and debit cards on the Nintendo eShop for US, UK, and Mexico. In addition to this, you can use your PayPal account on the Nintendo eShop by simply linking it to your Nintendo account in the eShop settings. In addition to using a debit or credit card, or even using Amazon codes to buy games, there is a third option. You can also use your PayPal account with the Nintendo eShop, provided you link it to your Nintendo account in the eShop settings.
Thanks for watching this video. Check out Gadgets360.com for all the latest gaming news, reviews and features, as well as Transition, our weekly gaming podcast where we discuss the world of gaming in depth, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter too. Thanks for watching.